Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. It is time for Stella. First off, I want to thank you all. Hey Inga, for joining me on Thursday nights. If you don't know, I am on the Ready to Love panel with Kamisha Reviews and a bunch of other ladies, and that panel is on Friday nights. So I'm not able to do both shows on Friday. So I moved Stella and our challenge, Survivor, all of that stuff to Thursday nights, which is a little bit better because it's the next day after the episode. But I know we like to enjoy our cocktails and let our hair loose on Fridays and really have a good time. But once Ready to Love is over, Stella will move back to its original spot. So thank you all so much for joining me on Thursdays for the next, I guess, maybe month or two. It's probably another 2 months. And if you can't make it on Thursdays, I hope you rewatch the episodes on YouTube and let's have a good time in the comments because a huge part of Ostella is me interacting with you about the shows that we love. So I hope you can make it on Thursdays going forward, but if not, watch and we'll still have a good time in the comments. First, let's get the formalities out of the way. Please go ahead and like this video. Please go ahead and subscribe to Kiss My Cheeks TV if this is your first time being with me. I love Survivor, The Challenge, all of these shows. We have a good time. If you love those shows too, I promise you, you'll have a good time over here. So please subscribe. Now, tonight, we're going to talk about last night's episode, Challenge 38. We're going to talk about the All Stars forecast, and we're going to get into a little bit of information on the global spin-off shows and when they'll start. Let's go ahead and do that first. I don't have the image, but I got the image off of Drew's channel. I know many of you all follow Drew, so you probably saw these slides as well. We have the dates. We have the dates finally for the global competitions. And let me tell y'all something. I'm so happy they putting this stuff on Paramount Plus because I was really disappointed. Like, we have all these spin-off shows, all these different countries, and I got to go somewhere on the dark web and find a link. I don't want to find a link. I want to watch the show on Paramount Plus. Y'all got me excited. So now I apologize for not uploading the slide from Drew. It's on his channel. I don't want to copy and put it on my channel, but I did pull the information from Drew. Now, the Challenge Australia will premiere on Paramount Plus February 15th. That's right around the corner. We blink our eyes, it's going to be Valentine's Day. So, the Challenge Australia. The Challenge UK will premiere on Paramount Plus February 25th. I'm wondering, are they going to throw all the episodes up at once, or are we just going to be watching a ton of shows? Paramount, I prefer you throw all the episodes up at once, and then when we get to the global competition, which premieres March 8th, we could watch that 1 week at a time because we know the people, and I'll be satisfied waiting a week for the global competition. But for all these little different spinoffs, go ahead and put all them episodes up so we could hurry up and binge watch it, know who came in first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and we could be familiar with the cast and how they played the game when we watch the global competition. Now, that's just my point of view. Y'all gonna do whatever y'all want to do, but that's what I'm hoping for. Now, I did read a couple of articles about the global competition, and I have a little bit more understanding of how it's going to run. We know all of the winners from the spinoff countries, and I guess like the second place people, or I guess the two most popular people from those spinoffs. So 4 people from each spinoff country will be competing in the global. And then they have challenge legends. Everybody on that legend side, I wouldn't give the legend title to. But since that's what y'all want to roll with, we're going to roll with the challenge legends. So I thought it was going to be legends versus spinoffs competing against each other as a team to see which was the best. But what I read, each legend is going to pair up with somebody from the spinoffs. And it's kind of going to be like a fresh meat format where They'll compete in pairs. I hope they're guy girl pairs. I don't know if it's going to be guys with guys, girls with girls, but I'm really interested in how they will be paired. Like, how are they going to pick partners? Who gets to pick first? Is production going to pick the partners? I really love it when, dang it, was it War of the Worlds 2? War of the Worlds 1? One of them where, like, the newbies, which I will consider the spinoff show people, all competed in one competition. Because I remember it was the competition where Josh was supposed to go home, but somebody left and Josh got to come back. And then depending on the order that they won, they got to pick from the Challenge Legends. I would love to see it happen like that again. I would love to see the people from the global spinoffs pick which legend they want based on how they perform. Now I know that they done already shot this thing. They're gonna do what they want to do, but we shall see. Ready to Love is going to be a hot mess this season. I don't know, Inga. I'm not impressed so far. They better pick it up tomorrow night. I want to watch Special Forces, tongue twister, Special Forces with Kenya Moore. It's on my DVR. I have not watched a single episode, but I plan on it. I do plan on it. Hi, going to watch a live before going to bed for school since it's nearly one. Oh, I'm sorry, Dan. That's probably why it's always on Friday nights. And that's why I didn't ask everybody what they was drinking, because I only drink on the weekends. I don't drink during the week. So I have water. I don't have any special drinks with me tonight. Hey, Dabu. Hey, Vontae. I want to see All Stars. We're about to get into All Stars 4. I feel like I'm going to leave All Stars 4 for last because I don't have too much to say um, about last night's episode. You about to pour you some Stella Rose anyway? Go ahead and pour it up, Inga. Go ahead and pour it up. Okay. So last night on the challenge, let's go ahead and get that out the way. I was disappointed because I feel like everything I said week 1 is coming right back in their face. I said it the first, well, Bananas wasn't there week 1, but once he showed up, I said Bananas isn't playing his best game. I said he's laying low, and when the final comes, he's gonna turn on the turbo jets and win this thing. Like, I just, in my gut, in the pit of my gut, I just feel like it's a Bananas and Nani win. Every week since they've been on the show, they've been talking about, oh, I just want to see Nani get a first win. Nobody deserves it more than Nani. Oh, Nani. I'm like, Anissa is sitting there, Tori and Devin are sitting here, Fessy is sitting there. It's a ton of people that haven't won this show before that deserves it. What makes Nani so special? What makes Nani so special? And then Banana says something else. I gotta go to my tweets. But Bananas was the one who said it. He was like, I'm laying low, I'm gonna do it for the final and blah blah this and blah blah that. And I'm like, I told y'all what Bananas was doing. Now, what did I tweet? Because I don't forget. Okay, so this is what happened. A lot of people, it was a lot of tears and conversation. I hit fast forward. I ain't care about none of that. I went right to the daily challenge. I ain't care about nobody thought processes. Fast forward. So I actually like the daily challenge, the puzzle feel for the shapes and getting the ice bucket, and you got to crawl under some dirt. I felt like it was a good physical challenge. But you know what I loved the most? I loved that everyone performed at the same time. It wasn't no whoever does it the fastest wins, and we have no clue what the times are in the background. It was, I can look at my television and tell who's going to win this, because whoever wins it wins. So Tori and Devin won, and I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at Tori and Devin having to win. I would have been more mad if Bananas and 91, because I would have been like, ugh, look at production. But production was fair. Production probably was like, look, we carried y'all this way. You got to make it over the finish line. So it was fair. Luca Angelo, sit down. He is running all over this bonus room. Sit. Now, the two people that can go into elimination that's up for conversation are Bananas and Nani, because they are a 7-time champ. And they sitting up here like everybody sitting in the room talking about, I can't believe Bananas has never been elimination this whole season. I'm like, you can't believe it, but ain't none of y'all ever vote them in. How is it that hard to believe? Like, they haven't won but what, one or two challenges. Y'all had 13, 14 other dailies to vote them in, but you chose not to. So I don't understand why you can't believe it. And it's like, yeah, they weaseled their way, and this is his MO. He never goes elimination, and that's why he always just swoops in and win the final. And I'm like, I said that 10 episodes ago. Like, y'all just now realizing. I realized that from the moment Bananas and Nani entered the scene. So everybody is like, but Fessy and Mariah won the mini finals, so we got to get Fessy and Mariah out too. And I was like, yeah, you let all the threats make it to the end. You let all the big threats make it to the end, and you got all the rookies out, and that's why you all are not champs. That's why y'all sitting up here begging champs to be y'all partners and come back, because y'all don't play smart. I would never get rid of all the rookies. That's why I like Wes. I really like Wes because Wes comes in, he looks at the situation of the game, how the game is going to be played, the numbers in front of him, and then he determines what strategy he's going to take. You all just like to go on vacation and think your vacation friends going to carry you to the end, not realizing you can't beat your vacation friends. They're stronger than you. They have better endurance than you. So I just knew they were going to throw Bananas and Nani into the elimination. Nope. They went with Fessy and Mariah. Okay. I can see it. You can't go wrong with either pick. You can't go wrong with either pick. Y'all lucked up with the rookies pulling out the sword, and they made the power move of throwing Bananas and Nani into elimination. Elimination looked hard, and elimination was good. Mind you, I really enjoyed the challenges and the eliminations of this episode. Like, both were extremely exciting to me, enjoyable to watch. That elimination looked really hard, so I can't take nothing from Nani. I'm going to give her all the applause for winning that, because that looked really, really, really hard. And I don't even want to put it on because, Mariah was like, Fessy is so big, it ain't no way he'll ever do it. Like, yeah, Fessy is tall, but Bananas easily is the same muscle mass as Fessy, if not muscular. Is that word? He probably has more muscles, because Bananas might be shorter, but he's still thick. And so I just think y'all couldn't get y'all balance. Y'all balance isn't y'all thing. Like, Fessy is used to, when he's on the challenge, production giving him a hall brawl. Bam, I'm a football player. Bam, I'm gonna knock you over. Or he did a little pole wrestle with, excuse me, with Jordan. And Jordan don't even have, no disrespect, but he didn't even have two hands to grip. So that wasn't too amazing. You beat Jordan. That's the same as Anissa pulling Amber B last week. Like, I expect Fessy to beat Jordan in a pole wrestle. But now, Fessy, you were in elimination where you actually had to use a different set of skills. You couldn't sit up here and talk about being a D1 football player that got hurt and could have made it to the NFL, and I woulda, coulda, shoulda, and should have, and all of that. So Fessy and Mariah went home. I said it on Twitter. I was spoiled. Hey, Andrew, at the beginning of the season, where a Twitter spoiler account told me the 4 teams that would be in the final. And Fessy Mariah was one of them. So I'm very happy that the spoiler was wrong. So when I watched the episode, I did not know the outcome, because when I saw Bananas and Fessy, the two going into elimination, I was like, wait, The spoiler account said Jordan and Nisa was supposed to go home. So the spoiler account was wrong. That's why I hate seeing spoilers. You never know if they're right. You never know if they're wrong. Now, before we get into All Stars 4, I'm going to come to y'all comments. But I want to say this about the final. This is my prediction for the final. Put it in the chat. Who do you think will win the final out of the 4? So, I don't think Jordan and Anissa have a chance in hell. Especially since we know the final is 100 hours. That has to be a lie. Let me put on my accountant hat because there's 24 hours in a day. So let's just round it up and say it's 25 hours in a day. Are they trying to say the final is 4 days long? The final is 4 days long? I think they're over exaggerating the 100 hours, but let's just go with what the preview said. If the final is 100 hours, go ahead and hang Anissa up. Go ahead and after a good 10 hours, just go ahead and let her sit to the side. We're going to get some good drama between Jordan yelling at Anissa, but we already know what that's going to get. Number 2, Olivia and Horacio could shock the world and win this thing. I don't have them out, but because they're rookies, they've never seen a final, they don't give me the rookie vibe that they're gonna beat Bananas and Jordan and what's his name? Not Jordan, but Tori and Devin. So I personally feel like the final is between Bananas and Nani, Tori and Devin. I think it was smart of Devin to want Fessy and Mariah gone, because if Fessy and Mariah were there, I'll be like, they win hands down. Now Devin and Tori have a chance because Devin ain't no punk. Like, he ain't the best challenger, but he ain't the worst. He knows what a final is. He knows how to run finals. I feel like the finals now aren't all physical. So since there's a mental aspect to the finals now, he might be better at puzzles than Bananas and Nani. But like I said, I don't feel like Bananas, like when they did that puzzle during the mini final, I feel like Bananas threw that. We've seen Bananas do puzzles and win finals with puzzles in them. So I feel like all Nani has to do is keep up with Bananas' pace and they could win this. But I feel like Tori and Devin, if they could win the checkpoints and Devin can keep up with Tori's pace, they could win it too. Inga, you said Devin not winning. Devin endurance sucks like Anissa's. It doesn't suck like Anissa's. Devin has ran finals before, but see, Devin has ran finals, and let me say this. The finals I recall Devin running were stop and go finals, where it's like run, 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 run. We at the checkpoint. Whoever does this checkpoint gets points, and we rest. And the next thing we see is, okay, start, run, 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 run. So I think Devin, I don't know if Devin can do this 100 hours straight final. Is it really 100 hours? I think Bananas and Nani wins this hands down. I really do. Like, they have a good 75% of winning. Devin and Tori might do a sneak. I'm going to give them 20%. And then I'm going to give the other 5% to Olivia and Horacio. And Jordan, you ain't doing nothing with Anissa. I'm sorry. You knew that when you came on the show. Okay, let's see what everybody's talking about. And then I want to talk about All Stars 4 because I'm just so excited for the cast. Inga is happy Fessy went home. Look, people feel how they feel about Fessy. Fessy really doesn't bother me. I enjoyed Fessy more by himself, which we're going to get into All Stars 4. I got my notes. I enjoy when they break up alliances and let me see what you can do by yourself. Now, he did have KC majority of the game. I know, but it wasn't Casey, Josh, Fessy. Like that annoys me. So I wouldn't mind seeing a season with Fessy by himself. No Casey, no Josh. I'm not gonna lie, I wanted some Fessy tears. So glad Fessy got a taste of his medicine. Y'all happy Fessy went home. Look, everyone has their day. And balancing on ropes on sticks is not a football player thing. I mean, if it was a hall brawl, Fessy would have won that, and Mariah would have demolished Nani. But sorry, Fessy, they finally didn't give you a hall brawl. Jordan and Nisa will get third or fourth place for sure. Agreed. Agreed. Remember when Tori threatened Jordan over yes, throwing Fessy into elimination, and then she does it a few weeks later to benefit her spot in the game. Look, she had no choice. I think if anybody else was there, um, she would have probably tried to save Fessy, but yeah, Anissa is her best friend. I don't even think she did it for Jordan. She did it for Anissa. Anissa is her best friend. Nani and Bananas will likely win. I agree. But Nani, why do they call each other Dave and Dave? I still haven't figured that out, and I hate it. Anissa is disqualifying. Is she the one with all the blood on her fingers? Because that didn't look like a black woman hand. That looked like a white woman hand. I was kind of thinking that might have been Olivia. But no spoilers, Vontae. But I could see Anissa come hour 15, Anissa passing out. She ain't doing 100 hours. But no shade, Anissa. I ain't doing 100 hours either. Shit, after 3 hours, I'm tired. I need a water break. I wonder if they're going to pass out or give up like the Challenge USA. I don't think so. But why would they make them? It can't really be 100 hours. I don't know. I love the rookies, but Olivia was about to pass out during the mini final. She was, but they also had a ton of weight on their shoulders. It looks like this is more of a free final where you run in the bicycle, and it doesn't look like they're carrying a ton of weight. Like they were carrying weight majority of that mini final. Champs, Bananas, and Nani. Okay, you saying Bananas and Nani win, Tori and Devin second. Yeah, yeah. I agree with that, Dabu. I agree. I have a gut feeling Tori and Devin are going to win. They're the strongest pair so far, even though I don't want them to. The only reason I don't want Tori and Devin to win is because one, I don't think I can stomach Tori as a champ. She already comes on the show entitled, feeling better. I mean, have all the self-esteem you want. Have all the self-esteem you want. But she gives me this entitled feeling like she's really done something in the game. Well, girl, you really ain't done nothing in the game but sleep with the right people and have some good connections and friendships. That's it. So if Tori comes back as a champ, I think she'll be unbearable. Like I'll probably have to turn my TV off. I already fast forward majority of Tori scenes, period. Imagine the fast forward if she's a champ. And then I don't want to say Devin doesn't deserve to win. I, I've always said it. You could check me in my past videos. I feel like the challenge is dumbed down, made easy for people like Devin. For people who aren't the most physical but really good at puzzles, I feel like the challenge is probably more puzzle friendly than it's ever been, and I don't like it. So, I don't know. Olivia has struggled with endurance in swimming. She can definitely beat Anissa. I don't know about anyone else. If Olivia and Horacio could communicate with each other better and motivate each other better, because Horacio could do it. Horacio could win this, but he has to be able to motivate Olivia to stick with him. And Horacio shuts down. Like when it's not going his way, he'll shut down. I would love for them to go back to individual. I would too. Individual challenge final. I'm kind of over the teams, the pairs. I want to see an individual game as well. It could even be the first man and the first woman to cross. Great, but it could even go back to when Zach and Cara Maria had to duke it out, and whoever comes in first takes it all. I appreciate that too. If they win, it's because of Tori, not Devin. It takes both of them because we not gonna pretend like Tori can do the puzzles. Tori will motivate Devin and push Devin in the physical aspect, but Devin is in charge of all the puzzles. So it'll be because of both of them. I'm not gonna put it all on her back. I'd rather have Banani. I hate that name. Banani win over Dave and Dave. I hate Dave and Dave even better. Would never get my credit. I'm with you when you right. Can somebody tell me why they call each other Dave and Dave? I hate it. I don't want them to win either. Right. They can't be out there for 4 or 5 days running a final. I've seen overnights. TJ said 100 hours. We gonna talk about All Stars for 1 second. I don't like Fessy, Josh, or Casey. You not alone. Hey Angie, they really sent all three Big Brother teams home back to back to back. Let's think. Yep, yep, they sure did. Why they keep inviting Big Brother and Survivor and stuff to the challenge just to hate on them? Was Fessy, Josh, and Casey on the same season of Big Brother? No. None of them were on the same season because Josh won, KC won, and Fessy was on the season that was Fessy on the same season as KC? Because Bailey was on that season. Yeah, so Fessy and KC were on the same season because KC won that season. But Josh was on the season before that, I believe. Dang. And they weren't even friends on Big Brother. They were on two totally, completely different alliances. Angie, that ain't a spoiler. I'm just saying Anissa is not finishing. I knew what you meant, Vontae. Credit to Anissa if she at least finishes the final. I don't. She ain't hardly finished the final over there on what All Stars 2, 1, whatever season of All Stars she was on. She ain't even. She had to have Big Easy push her through the woods. She ain't barely finished that one. I ain't gonna talk bad about Anissa, but see, Anissa, you make it easy for me to shade you because in your confessionals, you shade everybody else like you really up here doing something. Like, I don't like the format of the new finals, so that's why I don't like Devin and Tori possibly winning because Devin would not have made it for the finals back then. Agreed. I've said it plenty of times. I think Devin is the reason why the finals have gotten dumbed down. If Devin wins, his ego will get bigger. I agree. Him and Tori, and I won't want to see it. I won't want to see it. Yeah. Uh, I don't want to talk crap about anyone, but I'm just gonna say I agree. That's why I will never acknowledge Tori and Devin because she doesn't even deserve a win. Okay, y'all really don't like Tori and Devin. Tori and Devin both made finals last season, so they got momentum on their side. And last season was probably one of the easiest finals I ever seen. Easy. Like that was a stop and go final. They probably took a 3-hour break in between each one of those checkpoints. I like the finals where, okay, check, got it right, keep going. Not no, okay, we're gonna break. Okay, pick the cameras back up. Let's try again. Like, no. No. And that's why I feel like the finals have been made easy. So competitors like Devin could feel good about themselves. Now, I don't want to, I told you, I just started liking Devin this season after watching his interview with Kamisha on her podcast. I understand his gameplay, and I don't think he's like a wimp, like he's not in shape. But we ain't gonna sit up here and make it seem like we ain't gonna put too much on it. Horacio and Olivia kind of have kind of give me Landon and Carly vibes. I know Landon, but who is Carly? In my opinion, I'd rather Tori win than Nani because at the very least, Tori is strong and did better in the past finals. Nani, in my opinion, is a weak competitor and only deserving to win because she lost for so long. I think that's her storyline, is that she's been trying the longest for a win, but I feel like she ain't tried longer than Anissa. And we don't see nobody pushing for Anissa to get their first win. It seemed like even Anissa started this before Nani. Anissa has done this longer than Nani. So why is Anissa rooting for Nani to win? Oh, Nani deserves to win. Look, this is a competition game show for $1 million. And these people are sitting up here in confessionals wanting other people to win, like they got to check for $1 million at home. And Tori is way overrated. They need to bring on stronger females. To me, Tori didn't even have any competition this season outside of KC. Outside of KC, all the ladies this season pretty much was a layup. If it wasn't a layup physically, it was a layup mentally. Let's move on. Except for Norris. I really like Norris. Yep, overrated. Yeah, everybody can't stand Tori. I get it. Olivia has been working out, so I think she'll be better next season. If Olivia comes back, she has to come back with a group of people where she can at least have some numbers. But I do agree, Olivia, if she works out, because Olivia is always on the Twitter spaces talking about, I don't even work out. And I'm like, girl, stop. Stop it, Olivia. You're doing too good. I don't even work out. If she ever does work out, she'll be really, really good. Anissa couldn't do it in her heyday when she was in shape. She really can't do it now. I'm with you when you're right. Tori winning before Cam. Hope it won't happen. Let's go ahead and talk about All Stars 4. I don't think it'll happen. I don't feel good for Cam in All Stars 4. It's a lot of competition, but I want to talk about it with y'all. They let CT win. Yeah. I know you turned over a new leaf. You turned a new leaf over after hearing Devin in that interview, but no, that I just felt where he was coming from. I think Devin is a really likable person. I do feel like people come on these game shows and put 20 on 10, like people like Josh. Like, I can't imagine that being Josh's personality in real life, because he wouldn't have friends acting the way he acts on TV. I think people do reality show for moments, camera time. So I feel like that's not who Devin really is as a person. I like Devin, but I ain't gonna give him too much. You right, Monte. We ain't gonna give him too much. Oh, that was the World of Worlds 1 final. Yeah, make him suffer in the desert. And that's why I respect Turbo a lot. Because to me, that was one of the hardest finals I recall seeing. I know my memory is bad, and he as a rookie won that. Him and Theo and Wes. Like, I respect everybody who finished that World of the Worlds 1 final. That was a hard one. The only way I see Nani winning is if she brings layups to the final instead of her. Every other vet is sending them home. Olivia was a farmer. And then didn't she say something? I'm from Alaska. I have to stop stereotyping people. I mean, I don't know what I think people from Alaska look like, but I didn't think they look like Olivia. I was like, Alaska. Anyway, okay. No shade, Alaska. I'm sorry. I just never seen nobody from Alaska. But anyway, moving on. Let's talk, because I do have another video in 25 minutes. I want to talk about All Stars 4. Pretty much, we don't know too much about All Stars 4, but the people who are in quarantine now. It's probably been 2 weeks. They might start filming next week. They got to do their 2 weeks of quarantine. So I just want to talk about the cast. I actually wrote notes because I was really excited for the cast. So I kind of want to go through the cast, just talk about the people real quick, and then I wrote down potential storylines. Excuse me, based on the people I see from the cast and the past drama they've been through. So let's just talk about the people real quick. I want y'all to get in the chat and tell me what y'all think about the people and what you think about the storylines. Now, first, just so I can make it interesting, I don't have them ranked on who I think will win. I ranked my list based on how excited I was to see them being a part of the cast. And I'm going from least amount of excitement to the most amount of excitement. Let's start with the guys. Up first is this guy named Adam Larson. And I wrote in my notes, who? I don't know, Adam. That's an old picture of him. That's a new picture of him. I don't. I saw some about the Gauntlet one. Maybe he from Road Rules. I don't know. But I don't remember Adam. So I wasn't that excited to see you. But let's see what you do in the game. Up next, Ace. I'm not real excited about seeing Ace because didn't he go home one season on All Stars? He went home first. And so I really couldn't get to know him. I kind of remember him from past challenges. He wasn't a favorite. So I guess we'll see what Ace does. Up next is Jay, who used to be Jenna's partner. That's the only reason why I know who he is because of this picture with Jenna. This is a no sir, no ma'am for me. He quit the final that he was in. They weren't even really losing that final, but he didn't want to eat the food or drink the drink, and he let Jenna down. They were doing really good together that season. And I'm like, wasn't that the only season he was ever on is when he was with Jenna. So I'm like, he ain't an all-star. And he damn sure can't hang with the regular MTV show. So what he doing over here messing up my all stars? Because I really love all stars. So Jay is another no sir, no ma'am. Mm-mm. Up next is Steve and Tyree. They're kind of a tie. All I remember about Steve is that he's a hand model and that he lost his elimination. Yes, Jay is gonna be the layup king. Yes, he probably go home first. I don't know. I feel good about Steve this season because that's one thing I was gonna say about this season of All Stars. They didn't bring a lot of alliances back. Like we don't see MJ and Johnette. We don't see the Palace. We don't see Derek and Mark and his crew. Like they left Brad, but Darrell is gone. Wes is gone. Like they have a lot of new people. So I'm really interested in how the alliances will be formed because they didn't bring back clumps of friends again. So I really like this cast, except for the Mean Girls. They did put them back together. Tyree, I've never been impressed. Oh, you said it, Dabu. The male side is weak. Like when it comes to the men, Leroy to me wins this hands down. Leroy wins this season hands down when it comes to the men. His only competition might be Brad, but I still think Leroy does Brad. But anyway, Tyree ain't never impressed me in this game. He always quits. He's always something. So, I don't know. Ace is from the season of... Oh, I ain't watched that season. It's too much good stuff on TV for me to go back and rewatch all them seasons of The Real World I didn't watch. Who is the Meathead Alliance? Is that Derek and all of his friends? Yes, Tyree, I don't expect too much from him. I expect him and Jasmine maybe to have a moment or two, but that's about it. Who's next? Ryan, Brad, and Derek. Um, I remember Ryan, but I don't remember Ryan, if that makes sense. Like, I think he's entertaining. I recall him being a layup. I can't remember, but I'm happier to see him back than others. Brad, I kind of feel like they have a plethora of new faces. And I feel like Brad is the staple face of All Stars that they just had to bring back. And I would have rather seen Nehemiah have that spot. Especially so I can see how Nehemiah probably would have played with Leroy and stuff like that. But or even Mark, like if he the godfather of it, like maybe Mark could have had that spot and see what Mark would do with this fresh list of male people. But I just feel like they had to bring Brad back, so somebody is coming back. I don't know, but I don't care about Brad. Um, and Derek, I know Derek is friends with Jasmine and Johnette, so I'm interested in what kind of alliance Jasmine and Derek, like who they'll click with and become an alliance, because I don't think it'll be the Mean Girls. Um, but at least he has a friend in the game. Up next is Tony. Look, I'm indifferent with Tony. Like, it ain't like, oh, yay, Tony, but then like, oh, I hate Tony. So I'm indifferent with Tony. I feel like Tony is still able to do the main show. Like, to me, All Stars is for people who can't compete with the young folks. I shouldn't say that because I hate when they make old people jokes. But anyway, I'm just being honest. I understand why he might want to do All Stars, because it's a little 2-3 week show and he has daughters who are probably in school by now. He has a wife and a family and he might not want to be away from them so long. So he said, yeah, I'll do All Stars. But I would rather see what Tony can do on the main show. He has a lot more friends on the main show. I don't know where he fits in with this group of people, but I think Tony could be competition for Leroy. Keefla, I don't, was it just last week, y'all, or 2 weeks ago? I was talking about Keith Love out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, because he's not an MTV staple. But I remember him because he went to Alabama State. And I went to Alabama State. And I remember back in the day when he did Road Rules, I was like, man, he was the mascot. Ours are the Hornets, the Mighty Marching Hornets. That's the band name, but it's really just the Alabama State Hornets. Um, he was the Hornet while I was at Alabama State. And so when he went on Road Rules, I was excited because I knew somebody from my school on the show. So that's the only reason I remember him. And I was like, I don't recall him. Maybe he might have did one season of the challenge, but he's not someone who's always been on MTV. And I was just talking about him the other week and I was like, oh yeah, Keefla did it. But I said, I would love to see him on All Stars, but I don't think he'll ever do it. And then bam, there he is. There he is. I didn't think he would ever do it because we just haven't said his name in so long, but I'm excited to see him there. That's why he's ranked higher on my list, just because we have that Alabama State connection. Like, I didn't know him. I didn't know him on campus. I just knew of him because he was the Hornet. And then Brandon, I'm excited to see Brandon because Brandon, I believe, is the one who has been asking and on social media saying he really wants to be back on the show. He really wants to do the challenge. And I never understood why they never brought him back. I think he was around the era when they only had one or two Black people at a time on the show. But now they have a plethora of Black people on these shows. They could have been invited him back. So I'm excited to see what Brandon can do since he said he wants to do this and he could hang. And I'm sorry, Leroy. When I was doing my slides, my pictures didn't come up big enough. So I know Leroy probably looks tiny in this picture, but I never wanted to see Leroy go. So for him to be back, I'm super excited for him to be back. Even if it's just, I mean, I'm happy he's going to be on All Stars. And like I said, based on this list of men, Leroy should win this hands down. He might have a little bit of competition with Brad, a little bit of competition with Tony, maybe a little bit of competition with Brandon, but I feel like hands down, he washes them. Like it might not be an easy wash, like maybe with Tyree or Jay or Ace, but still a wash. So I'm really excited to see Leroy. Now hold up. I heard there might be a little bit of tea in the chat. I wonder what it is. Remember all these people because I watched the rule. Okay. Inga, you have a great memory. My memory sucks. Some tea. Cyrus. Oh, wait. Oh, so Cyrus is on the alternate list. If someone gets DQ'd, also the global challenge, Sarah did not like KC and Tori whatsoever. Who does like them? I wanted Sarah to be on this season of All Stars. Not Sarah Lucina. Oh, are you talking about Sarah Lucina or Sarah, old school Sarah who Banana stole the money from? There's too many Sarahs on this show. But who does Sarah Lucina like? They probably don't like her ass neither. He got kicked off for being drunk doing a challenge. Who did? Who got kicked off? Oh, Brandon got kicked off for being drunk doing one of the challenges. TJ sent him home. TJ, now see, you full of shit. See, I ain't supposed to be cursing. I'm not even supposed to be cursing. But that made me mad. As many of these people come on this show drunk, tearing up the show, tearing up the house, and they don't have to go home. But you sent Brandon home. I done got pissed off a little bit. I don't recall that. Hey, Stormy. I know I'm late, but I wanted to say Challenge 38 is hella rigged. Girl. And I knew it once 90. Okay, I knew it too. I knew it. We right here with each other. Yes. Leroy can't swim and do puzzles. Look, not everything is a swim. I think Leroy wins this hands down. He been in the pool. Cam gonna get him together. Oh, Sarah Lucina. Sarah Lucina, that look, Sarah about to be a mess over here on the global. She might go home first because these challenge legends ain't gonna put up with her bullshit. But I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see who Sarah's partner is gonna be because I think Sarah can compete. I don't think the Challenge USA, the games, the challenges were her thing, but I know Sarah can compete. I just want to know who I would love for Sarah to be partnered with Wes. Now I heard, I don't know if it's a rumor, if it's true or not, that Wes broke something and he might not be on it. But I know his picture was on the original thing. I think Sarah Lucina and Wes would be an extremely entertaining partnership. Or Bananas. Like she needs to be with a vet that's popular, like because they're gonna go like this. They're gonna butt heads. Sarah, you better get you a good partner. No, Brandon got sent home because he got drunk. Oh, before eliminations, and rules were set from the beginning that they can't be drunk and go into elimination. Okay, Zuda, you check me because I was getting ready to be mad at TJ for a second. I was getting ready to be mad. Okay. I'm trying to remember the episode. I may have to go back. Yeah, go back and watch it and tell me. Okay, y'all about to get on the girls' side, so let's go ahead and get into the girls. Up first, let me turn my notes. Because damn it, I'm about to be late for my next live. We got to hurry up and go through this. Okay, I don't care nothing about Veronica, Nicole Z, or Tina. Look, we already know what Veronica gonna do. She done did All Stars a good 2 times. She did the main show a good 1 time. And she has not done anything impressive. So Veronica really could have sat down and took a break at home. Nicole Z, never been a fan. Is she here just to I don't know, rival up Laurel? I don't know. Tina, I know you brought Tina back so the Mean Girls could be back together, but Tina ain't impressed me either. She'll quit an elimination. She's not good at the dailies. She's just a lot of mouth. I enjoy the rah-rah in the moments, but there's other women I would have liked to see have one of Veronica or Tina's spots. Because I feel like th- an alliance of three out of a group of 12 women is extremely powerful. All they got to do is grab three more and they run in the girl side of the game. So I don't like that. Up next, somebody named Flora. And I even went back, and this is her original season of The Real World. I recognize a lot of these people on the cast, but her. Girl. I guess Flora, we gonna reintroduce yourself to me because I just don't know you, girl, but you might go home first too. A lot of y'all can't stand Nicole. Please have subtitles. Y'all a mess. Y'all a mess. Why Veronica? She's a bed warmer for Laurel. I thought so too. I said she just there for some drama for Laurel, so Laurel could have a storyline. Okay, up next is Janelle, Avery, and Jasmine. I'm not very excited to see Janelle because Janelle was not an original member of the palace when she could have been. Her and Darrell wanted to be on Team Derek, and all the other black people was over there in the palace. And I ain't like that. I like to see black people stick together. I'm not saying that Janelle doesn't stick with black people. She just didn't do it in the palace. So I'm wondering what she will do now that Darrell isn't there. Your safety net isn't there. You gotta make friends with some other people. Now, does she know other people on this cast? I don't know. Avery, also indifferent. I can only remember Avery breaking up with Johnny and them fighting. Her ex-boyfriend ain't there. What will she do? I don't know. Jasmine, I like Jasmine. And I want to see what Jasmine can do this season. I hope she can get in good with Cam, get a good alliance with Cara Maria, and they kind of protect her and keep her out of elimination. Because let me tell you something, Jazz, you got some work to do this season, girl, in these eliminations, because the women's side of All Stars 4 is much stronger. Like, I can't even call the winner. I can't even predict the winner. It's so many people that could win this. My favorite right now is Cara Maria winning, but I would love to see a Cam Leroy win, but I don't think it's gonna happen on this female side of the game. Up next is Ayanna. Anytime Ayanna is on my screen, I want her there. I love Ayanna. She's one of my favorite cast choices for this game, especially All Stars. She brings the drama, she brings the BS, she stay ready. She not gonna play the way they play over there on MTV. Ayanna isn't gonna do that for you. And that's what I love about her. She's unpredictable and she ain't taking your shit. And she don't care. She'll go on elimination. And I think Ayanna can go on elimination and be damn near everybody on here, damn near anybody, depending on what the elimination might be. Up next is Cam. I love Killer Cam. I'm just excited to see her on my screen. And if anything else, I know there will be strategy. I know she's going to have strategy. Now, will Cam work with the Mean Girls, or will she be the Mean Girls versus Cam's clique? I think it's going to be the Mean Girls versus Cam's clique because I don't think the Mean Girls like Cara Maria. And I feel like Laurel will team up with the Mean Girls and try to get Cara Maria out every weekend. It ain't going to work for y'all. It ain't going to work for y'all. Rachel, I'm really excited to see Rachel, even though she's a mean girl. I always liked Rachel on the challenge, and I hate that she's been missing from the challenge for so long. I just want to see what she does. I probably could bet money that she will be in the final. She will be in the final. If she wins it, I don't know. I feel like it's Rachel and Cara Maria's game. I can't call which one. I would probably put more money on Cara because she has more recent experience, but I feel like it's Rachel's and Cara Maria's game to lose. And last and definitely not least, the person I'm most excited to see is Cara Maria. I want to see Cara back on the main show, but hey, I'll take her on All Stars. Y'all want her to beat up on everybody on All Stars? Okay. Okay. Come let her beat up everybody on All Stars. But that's my list. Now, how many minutes do I got? I got 5 minutes. I'm going to put out a few of my potential storylines, and you just tell me if you agree. Up first, I want to know, is there still drama between Jasmine and Tyree? Because we know they did exes together. They didn't Jasmine break a mirror because of Tyree? Like, I know that was probably a decade or two ago, but and they're probably more mature, different places in life. But will there be drama or will it be bygones be bygones? I don't know. No disrespect. Don't do it. Cam doesn't look in competition shape. She ain't winning. Hell, Janae ain't look to be in competition shape. Janae had just had a baby and came on All Stars and won. So we not gonna do that to Cam. If Janae can have a baby and do it, Cam damn sure can have a baby and do it. We ain't gonna do no Cam disrespect. No Cam disrespect. Now I probably can't have a baby and get on there and do it, but I think Cam could. Okay, will there be Laurel and Nicole drama? Are Laurel and Nicole gonna be bed buddies, or are they gonna be fighting like they were over there on the X on the beach? I'd rather see them be bed buddies because I can't take Laurel and Nicole fighting. The Mean Girls are back together. Who would they be mean to? Now I said the Mean Girls will be back together. I feel like they'll be trying to get Cara Maria out of the game the entire time. And I hate it for them because it's not gonna work. And I feel like all the girls this season, like y'all ain't gonna have no Tanya or no little rookies to make cry and want to go home. These people will get right back in your face, and I want to see it. I want y'all to try to be mean to Ayana. That's what I want to see. I said I love Ayana because she stay ready. Will she eat somebody's salad this season? I hope so. I hope she eat like Veronica's salad. I want to see more Cam and Leroy love story. I want to see baby pictures, all that gushy mushy stuff. I love it. Um, what else did I say? I said, well, Laurel beef with Cara Maria because the rumor was Laurel said on the main show, I think it was just this past season, if Cara Maria showed up, she was going home. Now that's allegedly. I don't know if that's true. I got that off of the Twitter streets. But is she gonna automatically go home when Cara Maria come out this season? I don't know. So are they friends? Did they make up? I don't know. I would love to see Laurel versus Cara Maria. I said, who will work with who? Will the black people still form another palace, even though Nehemiah and Tech aren't there to lead it? And I miss Latarian. I would have loved to see Latarian this season. I would have loved to see Latarian work with Leroy and Cam. Um, and that's it. Those are my initial thoughts for All Stars 4. As I learn more, I will share more, but I'm really excited about the cast. The females more than the men. Like, I think the men will be a snooze. The females are going to bring the drama, and I'm not mad at that. Y'all, I have another video to do in 1 minute, so I'm going to look at a few comments. I'm going to start from the bottom and work up. I apologize if I don't get to everyone's comments this week, but like in 2 minutes, I'm doing the Ready to Love reunion looks. So I'll be there in a second. That part, Angie, but they did rig it for Janae to win the second season. Stormy, and we always right here. We're always right there. Yes. I would love to see Janelle back in the final, but she doesn't have Darrell. But Janelle was in that same final. And I'm surprised they invited her back because she was the one on the radio spilling all the tea. I feel it'll be probably awkward between Jasmine and Tyree because the last time they were cast together, it was exes and she punched him. Janae was Dabu, you gonna prove your point, right? Janae wasn't competing with Laurel, Cara, and Rachel. When you right, you right. When you right, you right. She was facing Jimmy, Melinda, and Ruthie. Look, when you right, you right. But I'm not gonna discredit Cam. I'm sure she's been working out and getting it together. And I'm gonna say this last thing, and then I'm gonna have to sign off. But I remember on Instagram, it was a video of Cara Maria just getting her hair done. And she, you know how they do them little crazy TikToks where they go whoosh and their hair be in a different style. And it was her signature red hair with the feathers. That should have told me because I saw that Instagram video. And then like 2 days later, They announced she was on the new season of All Stars 4. That should have triggered me. Like, Cara got on her challenge here. She getting ready to be on the challenge. It didn't trigger me at all, but I'm happy to see Cara come back. And I know Cara and Cam work together. So I know it's gonna be a split house. It's gonna be a split house, and I can't wait to see it. Cam and Leroy and Brandon will stick together. I don't see a palace. That's sad. Keefla would be in the palace. Ayana would be in the palace. The only one who I don't know about is Janelle because she wasn't in the palace the last time, but since Darrell ain't there, she might join the palace. I could see the palace coming back. I could see the palace coming back. Yeah, obviously that part. I'm just saying she beat 17 people 4 months after being pregnant. Okay, y'all, I gotta go. I'm meeting another lady, Mod Afro Mama, and we're getting ready to do Real Housewives of Potomac, the reunion looks. We'll probably get together a quick 30 minutes, giving our vibes on the looks. So please join us over there. We're getting ready to start that right now. Thank y'all so much for joining me on Thursday nights again. Stella will be on Thursday nights because right now, during this season of Ready to Love, I'm on a panel, Kamisha Reviews, Ready to Love panel Friday nights. So probably for the next 2 months, we'll be sitting here on Thursday talking about the challenge. And then once Ready to Love is over, I'll move Stella back. So y'all have a good night. I'll see y'all next Thursday so we can talk about this final. I can't wait to see it. Have a good one, y'all. Bye.